Getting you up to speed with Liz and Scotty's Country Feed.
I absolutely love this idea from Thomas Rhett. Fans who pre-order his upcoming album, Where We Started, are going to be privy to several options, including a cassette version of the project featuring commentary from Thomas about all of the songs. Now, he says the idea to offer a cassette made perfect sense in keeping up with the nostalgic feel of the entire album.
When I think about a cassette, I think about being young. I remember my mom taking me to the store to buy a Faith Hill cassette when I was like maybe 6 or 7 years old. And with the album being called Where We Started, I don't know, it's kind of just a deep dive into looking back at your younger self, and cassettes are what I grew up with. I was past vinyl and 45s, but cassettes when I grew up were the thing. And I still have a bunch of those from being young, and I just thought that was kind of a really neat way to ring in the album title with something that feels so nostalgic like a cassette.
And I heard cassettes are making a comeback, so this might be a smart move from Thomas. Where We Started is going to be released on April 1st.
That was going to be my next question. Do you have a cassette player? Do you have anything you could? It would just be a collector's item, would it not? I mean, or will people actually play them in cassette players?
That's a good question. I don't know how they're going to play them.
Because I don't have one in my house. But when albums first started making a comeback, that was kind of what it was. They were collector's items. You know, you kept them in the plastic and everything, but vinyl now has become this big thing, and people are going back and buying record players and hooking up specific systems just for that because they do sound so warm and wonderful.
Maybe there will be cassette players that make a rise in 2022.
Interesting. Hey, back to Dolly Parton and this whole Rock-N-Roll Hall of Fame thing. The Rock-N-Roll Hall of Fame say, Dolly, we appreciate your opinion. We're keeping you on the ballot.
Aww.
And Dolly was kind of like, that's good. And Dolly went on to explain even more. She goes, this is not a negative thing. She said, it just doesn't seem to fit. I'm honored. But they said, you know what? We love you. We're keeping you on the ballot. And she may not get voted in. She says, but if you get voted in, you're in. So there you go. Dolly may still yet be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
It's the Country Feed with Liz and Scotty on Clear 99.